All right, good morning, everyone, and good day to those who are listening to this recording. We have a great show for you today. This is Allison Jones, your host of the Economic Leadership Live Interviews, and we are sponsored by Adjustments Made, so we really want to we appreciate them for giving us this opportunity to reach out to the entrepreneurs that are really creating ideas that matter. Today, we have a great show for you. We have a dynamic entrepreneur. She is taking leaps and bounds into action and seeing results. She has even leveraged both of her businesses to give her customers a gift. I will not delay this any longer. Ms. Tiffani Keaton, CEO, founder of Towel Coaching and Get Glammed Up. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
All right. And we appreciate the opportunity to have you on this call or on this recording. We definitely had to rearrange some things to make this happen, but hey, we're going to do it however we can because that's what we do as entrepreneurs. So basically, go ahead and give us an overview or just a brief description of yourself and your business and just let us know more about you.
Okay, well, my jewelry business is Tiff, Glitz, and Glam. I do have an Etsy shop, and I started out with, I just one day was in Walmart browsing it, and I'm like, I can make some of these necklaces. And I tried, and I liked it, and people liked it, so I can tell you it does satisfy my creative leaning to be able to make and sell jewelry to people. And it gives me a really great sense of satisfaction when I can help someone else, see a little bit of beauty wearing one of my products.
Right.
As far as my coaching business is the action-oriented coach, and I have been informally coaching all my life. It is my God-given talent to be able to hold space and give loving accountability to people to help them move into the next phase of their life, whatever that phase may be.
Right. Okay. Well, that's definitely a plus because I know a lot of people, daily that are looking to shift into their ideas or just shift their life, period. They are definitely looking for someone to help them do that. And the coaching business is always going to be a place where anyone independently that goes into their business will be able to be a success. And so I definitely want to commend you on that. And just the fact that, once I went onto your websites and I saw the fact that you were leveraging, one with the other, just to, give an incentive or just to, let your customers know, hey, this is, what you can get. That let me know that, you are thinking business. Like you are definitely seeing the opportunities of just even using one for the other or the other for the, for the other instance.
Right.
And so definitely, like I said, the website is awesome. If anybody goes on there, we'll definitely have the links provided. And if you want to, can you go ahead and let the audience know the websites so that way if they want to go to it while they're listening, they can definitely visit you.
Okay, well, my Etsy shop can be reached by going to bit.ly/Tiff, Glitz, Glam, Etsy. All together, no spaces, no capital. And the action-oriented coaching can be reached at www.taocoaching.biz. And right now, I'm running a special, so if anyone does reach out and join either of my mailing list, there will be a 15% off coupon to my jewelry store.
Okay, awesome. Well, hopefully everybody is going to take advantage of that. Anytime there is something taken off, that's definitely a help because I know a lot of people do want to take action and they do need the help to move forward to take that action. And that right there is definitely a great incentive for that. So I'm going to go ahead and just get into a few of these questions. Some things that some other people may have questions about because they, may be eager to start a business or something in that nature, but they have a couple of fears or they just want to know, who is out there that's like them or similar to them that, they may be inspired by. And so we would like to use your story or just yourself as that inspiration today for that next entrepreneur or that person that wants to take that move in their life to make themselves better and the people around them to provide a great quality product or reliable service. So basically, let's see, how long have you been in business?
I've been in business with the jewelry. This is my second year. And the coaching business, like I said, I've been doing this all my life, but formally opened up a business this year.
Okay, great. All right. And, definitely, I saw that you had a great quote on your website. Mm-hmm. And definitely when I read it, it was very inspiring for me at the time as well, because that let me know more about you, especially once you put it in the site. You let people know, hey, this quote inspired me to basically just move forward and do what you needed to do as well, what you saw your vision to be. And I think that's the most important thing is people have to stay true to their vision. A lot of people don't realize that the vision is almost like a creative footprint to God or to the Creator in a sense. So to be able to have that sense of an imagination and to see things or to even have a vision of something that you can do, just like when you went in Walmart and you saw that, hey, something instantly clicked, like, I can do this. And it keeps your creative flow moving through. It keeps that current moving for what you need to do in life and keep you motivated. So that's definitely a plus. Do you have that quote available for anyone?
Yes, I do. It's a long one, but I like that each part actually spoke to me where I was at that point and still speaks to me today because it is so relevant. And it is always down to you and the choices you make. Work on the things you can change and never dwell on the things you cannot. You can choose results or excuses. It's always down to you. No one has ever given their best and regretted it. And the final part is go hard, no excuses. When I tell you that every day, that right there means something to me. When I'm going through difficulties, and people think, oh, you're a coach, you don't need, you must have everything all together. That's not so. I have difficulties, I have problems, issues that come up. But that right there tells me it's my choice every day, every situation, every instant of what's going on, how I'm going to deal with what is before me. I can either excuses or results. Results are always going to be my choice.
Right. Definitely. And I think anyone, once you take that step, 'cause I know when you first made your first sale or even when you first landed your first person to coach, I know that right there, anytime you make your first sale or your first revenue or cash flow, that's like a click in your head, like, oh my goodness, man, how many times can I do this? Or in multiples, how many times can this occur? Or just the fact that you love doing what you're doing and to be compensated in such a way to do that and to see results.
To add value to people's lives.
Right.
And get paid for it. It's such a blessing. And I do believe that there is so much more room for, I don't want to exclude men, but for women to speak up, for their voices to be heard, for their put themselves out there. That's what the world is missing right now, is that feminine voice in every arena. We have so much to give that is not better than the masculine, but just different, and it provides that balance. And I believe that the world right now is out of balance because of the lack of that feminine voice.
Right. And that definitely is true right now. And it's a lot of different programs that I'm seeing about that are actually focusing more on women. And there are a lot of women entrepreneurs that are actually stepping up and saying, hey, this is what I'm doing, and I've been doing it for a while, and I'm doing it very well. And not only that, but it's just going to inspire that one other person to go ahead and step up to the plate and say, hey, I had an idea. I still have this idea and I want to do something with it. So definitely, we're headed in the right direction. Like I keep telling everyone, you just have to stay in tune with yourself, avoid the distractions because they're always going to be around. And as long as you stay focused on what your mind's eye sees and what you're seeing in your vision, then it will definitely come about. And once you see that little piece of it, you'll see, the the footprints that you need to go ahead and follow into the rest. And everything else will unfold. And yeah, being an entrepreneur, it is, you have some difficult times, or some people have difficulty with being productive, or knowing the difference between productive and busy, or just taking time out to start something. How do you handle your productivity, or what is your daily routine like?
Oh, my daily routine is, there is no daily routine. But
right.
Normally, I set up at least 3 things that I want to get accomplished for the day. I don't have a list of 10, 15 things because that just doesn't happen.
Right.
But I put 3 things that are important to me that I need to get accomplished for that day. And I start out early in the morning with some meditation, some quiet time. Sometimes it's journaling. Sometimes it's formal meditation. Sometimes it's just me sitting and breathing.
Right.
To get focused and ready for what I need to accomplish. And I find that with that little bit of quiet time, sometimes it's a 3-minute meditation, seriously.
Right.
It really sets me up to work from a better place all day long.
Definitely.
When I don't do it, is when I'm trying to go, when I'm like, oh my gosh, where am I going to go next? What am I going to do next? And then when I do in those moments, okay, you know what, now I got 15 seconds. I'm going to give 15 seconds to myself. I'm going to give 30 seconds to myself. I'm going to give myself this meditation right here, right now.
Right.
To sit to myself, ground myself, and bring myself back to me. Okay, even if everything don't get done today, you know what, I can do it. I can try again tomorrow.
Right.
Which is focusing on results, not on what I did get done, not focusing on gathering today. So, I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on, okay, I'm going to meditate right now. Maybe 15 seconds.
Yeah, get it together.
I'm going to breathe and get it together.
Right.
And like you said, that's really, I check, Facebook, Twitter, I reach out to my contacts on there. There's always someone who wants information or add as a friend or a network, I do those things, but I first try to do the 3 core things that I have on my list. And I do those, I set those up after my meditation because I usually find that I'm thinking that's right then. I don't do I make a list the night before because what the night before may not be what, how do I want to say it, focused action.
Right.
Focused action. I want to take action. Just being active is not necessarily, and I do put it in my playtime hand. I play games on Facebook.
I know, right?
I do put that in there.
Right.
And sometimes I will stop working to play on Facebook because playing is just as much a priority and a necessity as is work.
Right.
It has to be a balance all the time. And sometimes if you find that you're working and you're not getting things accomplished and maybe you meditate, just play for a little bit. Laugh, watch funny videos. I'm a huge fan of Ratchet Girl Anthem. And, that's a good 2.5 minutes that will make me laugh and totally change my mood.
Right. And that's a great thing that you are mentioning that, because a lot of people feel as though there's this stigma where you just have to work. Being an entrepreneur is 24-hour work, which it is. But within that 24 hours or within that time, you still have to find time for your family. You still have time for yourself. And like you say, work and play. Like I read a quote not too long ago that I started living by as well, which was by Carnegie Hall. Dale Carnegie, and he basically said, let me bring it back. My life has been one long happy holiday, full of work and full of play. I dropped the worry on the way, and God was good to me every day. And I'm like, this guy was practically a billionaire in like the 1800s, early 1900s. So for him to have, had a quote like that, or for him to even have that mind frame like that, I took that on myself. Like, well, that sounds about like me, because I know my life is one long holiday because I play and I work. And I put them together as well because I want to make sure that I enjoy what I do. And that has definitely, when I was in school, I had a lot of things on my plate between working and student government and classes, having a full load. And when I came across that quote, on top of trying to, not trying, but actually starting my business and just getting things in order. And when I saw that quote by him, we were doing research for accounting, and I read that and I was like, well, bam, let me write this down because this is me. One long happy holiday, full of work, full of play, drop the worry, and God was good to me every day. And ever since that, as long as I keep that in the middle of my head with many other quotes, including yours now, that's your favorite quote, that's definitely a plus for me because now at any given time, however I may be feeling, if anything comes up, I just pull up a quote like, hey, okay, that one fits perfect for right now, and I keep it moving. Because you're going to have those difficulties or those days where you might not just want to do anything, but you like, okay, if I can just get one thing done, then that can actually change something that I'm doing, or if I can get one client today, or if I can just interact with somebody or something, then that productivity has went up immensely. So that's definitely something that a lot of people need to know as well. One other thing, what did you have any before you actually just jumped in? Because I know you said you've been doing it for a while, or it was a passion of yours. Did you have any fears that actually held you back for a while, or was there anything that just postponed you doing the business?
With the jewelry, not so much, but with coaching, it's still things that I deal with every day. The business aspect of it, reaching clients, putting myself out there. I recently started a local meetup group for this. Right. And that's going to put me in a different position as opposed to being a coach to one-on-one person, or maybe even a group, internet group, to being a leader in front of having to stand up and I might fail.
Right.
But if I don't show up for my own thing, how can I expect to tell someone else, hey, you need to show up for your life, you need to be in a place, it never stops. That fear, that, worry about rejection, anxiety, it's always a factor.
Right.
I don't think, I have a coach of my own, and she's always told me, hey, I'm stepping up at a bigger level myself, and you know what, I have those same fears I did then, so that's how I can speak to you from a place of, I'm not just telling you what I think, I'm telling you how I feel right here, right now.
Right.
I'm experiencing this, I just started my meeting group, and the meeting is coming up, and you know what, I get butterflies when I think, whoa, my goodness, what am I going to talk about, what am I going to say? Now, am I going to do it? Yes. Am I going to get up there? And I'm not going to be nervous once I start, but it is the same feeling that everyone gets, coaches, no one is exempt from that. One of my favorite entertainers is Beyonce. I'm a huge Beyonce fan. And I remember her saying in the interview that she's always butterflies herself before she goes on stage. Right. And you're like, but you're Beyonce, what I'm saying? So it just goes to show that everybody at every level, no matter what level they are in their own industry, you still deal with those. It's just about, once again, are you going to have excuses or are you going to have results?
Right. And that's definitely something to keep in the front of our minds is, excuses or results. Because you can, like you said, I used to have a list of stuff that I wanted to do. Like, I mean, it was just like a big list. And I'd get through the day, and because it was so many things as far as dealing with setting up stuff online and, you know, hosting accounts and doing all of these things on the back end of the website and just or other people's sites and, you know, learning these new techniques and things like that. It was like by the time I got to the end of the day, I was doing so much more learning than I was actually, you know, putting in actionable results where I could actually just have something right then that I realized, okay, it's going to be a while before I actually see a real result. So I actually need to realign my daily goals, or at least realign what I'm going to do throughout the day, so that I can actually see something come about. Because sometimes you can learn so much that you'll actually just learn yourself, you'll overwhelm yourself. And next thing you know...
Definitely. Information overload.
Right.
It is definitely a problem that, especially, I would say, heart-centered entrepreneurs focus on, because we want to give the best to our clients or whoever you're interacting with. And so we are always checking out the next modality, or, you know, I need to learn one more thing, you know, one more tech, one more web language, or, you know what I mean? Because we truly come from a place of, I want to give you the best value. Right. Even if it's, you know, whatever I'm doing, I want to give the best. And what I found is that I work from a place of, what I have right now is enough. And if it's not more than one, what I need will come up to me. Right. I will not seek out anything else until, you know, if what I have is not enough. I have to operate from the place that God, universe, your God, your understanding, however you see it, has given you all the tools that you need to work to do what you need to do at this point in your life. So use it. Right now today, I have everything I need to do what I need to get done. Right. So, and when you work from that place, you kind of get out of the overwhelm of information. Right. Because you're like, you know what? No, I don't need to know another different thing. Maybe I can, if you're the thing you're having a problem with or whatever, say it is a website or whatever, maybe I know someone who already knows how to do that. Right. And can I trade services? Can I barter services? Or maybe can I just ask them? Because sometimes people, you ask them, hey, I'm having trouble with this. Could you look at it and see if you can figure it out? Yeah. And they say, oh, sure, I can do that. You know, I just really feel that, and then that's another thing for entrepreneurs. Just because you're an entrepreneur doesn't mean you're supposed to do it alone. Right. You have to, if you don't have it in your own life, and you will need to build your support community. And whether that's just, you know, people you can just say, hey, you know, here's what I'm trying to do. Can you help me? More often than not, when you're sincere with it, you will. Those people who can help you will be drawn into your life. Definitely. Yeah. Go ahead. That was just you know, it was my personal, and that's not even things that I don't do for COVID. It was personal. My personal negatives. This is personally what I do when I'm in information overload, because I've been there. When I'm, you know, struggling with something, you know, I say, hey, am I trying to do this by myself? Can I ask someone? Let me think. Who do I know that knows something about this? You know, those are just things that I do to keep myself focused, to keep myself grounded, and to keep myself from being overwhelmed. Because that is a big thing for entrepreneurs. Is we try to do it all ourselves, you will get overwhelmed. Right. And then you won't want to do it. Even if you love it, if you're overwhelmed, you won't want to do it. Yeah, because your brain is like, it's fried. It's like, look, I can't. I don't know. I'm checking out now. Right. Like, whatever you want me to do, I can't do it. So don't do it. Like, you know, so yeah, you end up being stagnant, and you end up looking at, then you start feeling guilt. You start feeling some type of way about yourself. Like, why don't I want to do this? But then after a while, you'll realize, okay, I have been overwhelmed because I can't even read a book
right now without even just saying forget it, because your mind literally it gets overwhelmed, and it will let you know, because you will be locked out of a lot of things to the point where you'll just have to go to the park and walk around for a couple of days to get yourself back together.
I was just getting ready to say that actually is, when it's time to check into play, check into nature.
Right.
I'm not a big nature fan because I don't do bugs well.
Right.
I'm not a big house, but I love the zoo. I love feeding the ducks and things like that. Because of course birds eat bugs, so there's usually not a whole lot of them around.
Right.
So go feed the ducks. Go talk to them.
Right.
And and you'll find yourself to make you laugh, and then that will renew your spirit so easily that you just be amazing. A good 15 minutes in the park feeding ducks bread, you're like, and like I said, sometimes I talk to them and they're just doing duck things and it's fun.
Right, yeah.
But, even just that release is like, okay, I'm
yeah, you
I'm clear,
right.
I'm new, maybe I have a new outlook, and, then it's just go from there. But if you do try to do everything by yourself, you'll find yourself so quickly burnt out and like, I hate my business, I hate doing it.
Yeah.
And you'll find that your opportunities will dry up.
Right.
Because you're coming from a place of, I don't like this. And when you say you don't like, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get more of what you don't like.
Right. Definitely. And that pretty much sums that up with the whole, with the entrepreneur part, especially being online, because there's so many different opportunities. And like I've told a lot of people, and I put in my book, I'm like, at the end of the day, right now, it's the best opportunity. You can literally run a business on $0 online if you really wanted to, and literally make the money that you need to make simply by leveraging all the resources that are available to you. So it's really no excuses for anyone not to be able to just start somewhere. And then at the same time, I know a lot of people are, rushing towards online, but we still have to have that focus offline too, because at the end of the day, if anything were to occur where the internet were not available, in a sense, you just want to be able to have your leverage to still be personable enough to, like you do, have your meetups. Because at the end of the day, the meetups, that's where you actually feel the void. You feel another void, because being online is good, but once you meet the person, you have that physical energy now. So now you're intertwined with them, and now you see the person that has inspired you, or you see the person that you want to work with, or that you've talked with, and now you can move forward and get some more things done, especially if they're in your area, or if you're going to a convention or things like that. So yeah, everything. So it's all a plus. You just have to leverage everything and take your time, and like I said, get rid of the distractions. And once you focus on your vision and communicate with people that are like-minded, or see some type of vision within the same way where you can leverage, like you said, basically, go to them and let them know, hey, I have a problem with this, or hey, I have something that I need done, but I am not an expert at this. I can't do it. I don't even have the time to do it. Can you help me? And people will, and like you said, even barter your services. And I think that's a great way to definitely meet with people and definitely build relationships from there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna go ahead and get this wrapped up. But before I do that, I definitely would like for you to give us your 30-second pitch, just so everybody can again know your services, know you, and know the best of what you have to offer. And I guess whenever you're ready, you can shoot for it.
Okay. Well, I'm Tiffani Keaton, and my business is Tiff, Glitz, and Glam, which is on Etsy, and you can find beautiful gemstone jewelry. And the action-oriented coaching, which you can be found at PAOCOACHING.biz. And if you need some help figuring out where you want to go next, I'm the girl for you.
All right. Well, everybody, we definitely appreciate. First, I want to again say thank you to Miss Tiffani Keaton for even giving us the opportunity to interview her and to put her story of her business and herself into the hands of others. So anyone that's listening to this, you already know what needs to happen. You need to take action because we are with the action-oriented coach, Mrs. Keaton, and we need you all to tweet, like, and link in with this link as much as you can to get the story out. And we'll be doing the same thing as well. And I'm sure she'll be doing it as well. So we appreciate everyone for definitely listening to this recording. If anyone...
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go
ahead. I just want to say, if anyone needs help with anything, I'm always open to help. It doesn't cost you anything to send me an email. I'll shoot you an email back, just whatever your idea. It doesn't cost anything. Send me an email, hit me up on my Facebook, Twitter, and I will respond myself and get back to you. Because someone helped me, so I'm willing to put that offer out there that I'm willing to help you if I can.
Right, and that's that. We appreciate you for. I'm glad you did say that. And go ahead and give. If you want to give, you want to give them your email.
Sure, I can be reached at talcoachingbiz@gmail.com. My Twitter is tal_coach, and Facebook I can be reached at facebook.com/TRKdesign. That actually is my personal page, and on my business page is a link from there. So Facebook, Twitter, email. Anyway, if there's something you need help with, or you don't even quite know where you go, I'll help you out as much as I can.
Okay, well, I'm definitely make sure we put that in the status area when we tweet and share this information with everyone. And again, we appreciate everyone for tuning in. Go ahead and share this, share the love. And again, this is the Economic Leadership Live interview sponsored by Adjustments Made. And we appreciate everyone. You have a good morning, good day, and good night.